Over 15 of the craziest cleats this season start with Justin Jefferson's cleats that came out of a video game. Madden isn't just something he's always playing. The game made Jefferson one of only a few players with a 99 rating this season, so that didn't just get him rewarded with this 99 diamond chain. Under Armour customized him some cleats inspired by Louis Vuitton's iconic pattern, which not only have fighter jets for his nickname, symbols to honor his home state of Louisiana, and his signature on the side. The bottom says 99 and the entire cleat is covered in gold, so I could see why he only wore these during warm-ups. He didn't even want to try risking ruining his craziest cleats. But the rest of the cleats in this video get even crazier, like SpongeBob cleats that light up, cleats that got turned into something a player could drive, and so much more. But before we see those, another player's cleats this season were inspired by a movie character. No, not Godzilla that Miles Garrett got painted onto his craziest cleats. I'm talking about this ugly-ass Grinch who's covered in green hair.
Hello.
Because Mercedes Lewis didn't just honor the character by wearing these hairy cleats a few years ago. This season, he got even crazier Grinch cleats that were all green with peppermint-colored laces. Then one cleat had a buff version of him wearing a jersey with a football, while the other had the Grinch laying down in a fuzzy Santa suit with his cheeks in the air.
Candles burning low, lots of mistletoe.
But I could see him wearing those. I never thought I'd see another player this season use his cleats to drink out of. Ugh. Cam Scatabo just wanted to celebrate an accomplishment, but not on the football field. Because after Cam got injured, this man started streaming on Twitch where he eventually got close to his goal of 1,000 subscribers.
Chad, they said I had to play like classic hardcore or something.
And once he finally hit it, Cam celebrated by pouring an energy drink into one of his Nike cleats that was red, white, and blue. Then once it was all in the cleat, I'm just hoping that wasn't game one. But another player got 4 of the craziest pairs of cleats all season, starting with some that I thought only little kids would wear. Isaiah Rodgers' first pair came from a tradition that parents do with their kids around Christmas, known as Elf on the Shelf. That's why he came out for his game around Christmas in cleats that look softer than a stuffed animal, and even played catch with fans in them. They had one girl elf on his left and one boy elf on his right, which looked so beyond ridiculous on his feet that the cleats were obviously only allowed for warm-ups. But his second pair of crazy cleats weren't just from SpongeBob. They could literally glow in the dark. Because when his team was playing exclusively on Netflix and he knew everyone was tuned in, Isaiah pulled up in cleats designed like a frozen bikini bottom with Patrick, Gary, SpongeBob, and the Netflix symbol all wearing Santa hats. And if that wasn't wild enough, the cleats were also wrapped in Christmas lights that could glow like a tree. But his third and even crazier pair that kids would wear were also inspired by something kids watch. Because just like the main characters Mike Wazowski and Sully from Monsters Inc.,
Hey, get up, Sully!
Isaiah didn't just get one of his cleats transformed into some fuzzy green material with one huge eye like Mike, then the other was covered in plenty of purple and blue hair for Sully. He also wore those before a game, then even gifted them to a younger fan after. Gotta respect him for that. But Isaiah's fourth and craziest pair this season are something you're just not ready for yet. We'll get to them in a bit, because they're some of the most unreal cleats you'll ever see. But we can't get to those without first seeing another player's even crazier cleats that matched his teeth. See, this crazy diamond grill belongs to Tez Johnson. And since he wanted to match his teeth with his feet, he got his designer to put crystals all over these Jordan 1 Low cleats. The cleats obviously look crazy as hell and even had fans saying they matched his teeth. So I could see why he flexed them before a game, because a pair like that easily cost him thousands of dollars. But the cleats another player wore this season were apparently so crazy that the NFL banned them. Maxx Crosby just wanted to innocently honor his daughter when he got some pink Jordan 11 cleats that had her name with flowers on them. And even though he was seen wearing these Barbie-looking cleats for warm-ups, then even had them on while going off during a game, out of nowhere, Maxx changed. It turned out that since the NFL had strict rules about cleats needing to match his team's colors, and since the cleats weren't white, black, or silver, Maxx revealed that he was forced to take off his cleats, or he would have been kicked out the game, or even worse.
As you guys can see, I'm making a stand. I'm wearing the pink because NFL was crying and forced me to take my shoes off, even though they're Jordan 11 custom Ella Roses 1-of-1s. But I definitely wanted one of my daughter and represent my daughter out there, and it says Ella on the front of them. They're freaking cold. So I was like, I'm wearing them. You know what I mean? Regardless of what they say, I'll take the fine. I don't care.
Man, the NFL still banning cleats in 2026 is corny, but another player's cleats were cheesy? Yeah, Josh Jacobs got cleats that he could eat. Well, kinda. See, Jacob knew that the entire state of Wisconsin is known for cheese, which is why Packers fans are always wearing cheesehead hats, and that's also why this season opponents were taunting Packer fans by wearing cheese graters. But regardless, this season, Josh got green laces and a green swoosh on his Nike cleats that were designed to look like some cheese. Now, those are nacho average looking cleats. That's why when he wore these during a game, they even helped him score a touchdown. But food cleats are one thing. CeeDee Lamb's craziest cleats this year honored one of the NFL's cleat kings. Odell Beckham was known to wear some of the craziest cleats of all time. I mean, from camo babe cleats, cleats that light up, and even Dora the Explorer cleats, all the way to a $50,000 rainbow chrome hearts pair, or even the most expensive cleats in NFL history that are covered in diamonds and worth $250,000. But since some of Odell's most famous pairs were the ones that literally said his OBJ initials on them, CeeDee took inspiration from those to get some in all white, then half his name was on each cleat in metallic blue that looked like some damn lightning or something. Now, they even had his number on them in that same dope color, and CeeDee wore them against Odell's former team, where one good catch that showed the cleats had everyone talking about him. But another player's even crazier cleats actually turned him into a superhero. Since the Silver Surfer's chrome suit is known to shine like crazy in Marvel movies, this season, Colts Kenny Moore didn't just have these normal looking Adidas cleats completely stripped down. They got customized into an all chrome prismatic type of color to match the Surfer, then even had hand sewn flames on them to really give dude heat on his feet. These damn things shine like crazy, and once he wore them during a game, it had Instagram pages everywhere calling them Silver Surfers. But it's not only the players who wear crazy things on their feet, because what an NFL team owner wore got them clowned by thousands of fans. At first, everyone was just tuning in to see what cleats players were gonna wear for the NFL's annual Cause My Cleats campaign. And let me say, there were plenty of dope cleats that came out, like George Kittle's signed military themed pair, Matt Stafford's Halloween cleats, these gold ones Patrick Mahomes wore, and even this player's McDonald's cleats with the iconic golden arches. Regardless, none of the players with their cleats got trashed on the internet like the Colts owner, because for some reason, she was seen wearing custom shoes to try joining in on the campaign. I mean, they were crazy looking, these multicolored Balenciagas with laces that were way too long, but in my opinion, those things are hideous. And plenty of fans agreed, because not only did they say the Balenciagas were so ass and that those shoes are in fact not it, thousands upon thousands of people in the comments even clowned her, saying she looked like Edward Scissorhands and how they know a cokehead when they see one. God damn, man. And knowing what Balenciaga costs, them shoes cost thousands of dollars and were an absolute waste of cash. But cleats that two other stars wore on their feet came from something most people wear on their ass. Now, these cleats aren't ass though, trust me, because the first were worn by Jalen Hurts in this year's Pro Bowl practice. Man was rocking new Jordan 3s that were made with the same material as Levi's jeans and got turned into cleats. But if him debuting cleats made out of stuff people wear on their cheeks wasn't crazy enough, Puka Nacua skirted in wearing a different style of the Jordan Levi collab cleats that are even more fire. And clearly Puka loved them too, because he kept them on while cheesing in every pick he took. Man, Pro Bowl had players wildin' in their cleats. Kinda like what Micah Parsons wore that came from Hellstar. Micah posted cleats nobody had ever seen before, and he knew exactly what emojis to use. Fire, because there were flames all over him, but he didn't just show the Adidas Hellstars off once. Man's literally wore them when he stole someone's wheelchair and was riding around the field, even filming baddie cheerleaders. Dude's a fool for that. But what if I told you another player's cleats this season were inspired by a deadly animal? These tiny colorful frogs might seem innocent and cute at first, but poison dart frogs are actually one of the most deadly animals on earth because they each have enough toxin to kill 20 fully grown humans. And years after the animal's deadly warning colors were used as an inspiration behind the colorway for NBA legend Kobe Bryant's signature shoe, this season in the NFL, Bucky Irving didn't just get his own pair of custom red and blue Kobe poison frogs that were turned into cleats. He wore them during a game for the whole world to see, all to honor Kobe and one of his most underrated hooping shoes of all time. But speaking of basketball, Jalen Ramsey's craziest cleats this season made him actually look like an NBA superstar. Because after this foul baiter, great player Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led his team to a championship, he not only created these all gold and white shoes with Converse that have his logo on the tongue and a zipper over the laces, they were called ring knights cleats since he debuted them while receiving his NBA Finals ring. So this season, when Jalen Ramsey wanted to give his team some luck to win a ring in the NFL, he had his cleat designer create reverse ring knights that flip the colors around, turn them from shoes into cleats, and even got his jersey number on the back. They definitely look way crazier than this ugly, more traditional pair of Converse another player wore this season, or especially the taped Converse cleats I put in a previous cleats video which you'd only remember if you were subscribed, so, you know, subscribe. Anyways, of course Ramsey wore his better versions during a game where I saw the man annihilate someone. But those definitely aren't as crazy as these next player's cleats that ruined the proudest moment of his entire life. Cleats that look like a car, and so much more. But hold on. Before we get to that and more, there's a dark secret I just need to confess. See, I have not been making my best videos and have been forced to make bad edits, which some of you have definitely been commenting about, due to the No Fun League, I mean NFL, claiming my videos and taking all my revenue even though the content's been transformed. So myself and my hardworking team, we're all damn near on the brink of homelessness from this. But you can save my channel. For literally almost the same price as a Taco Bell taco and half the price of a McDonald's Big Mac, just $2.99, you can become a real part of the Flix gang by becoming a FieldFlix channel member. And I know, you're probably thinking like, why the fuck would I even do that? Well, for the first time ever, I'll be dropping all my videos with the perfect edits. Never before seen NFL content that I'll never drop publicly, give you exclusive channel perks, and if enough of you become members, I'll even drop my heavily anticipated face reveal that literally thousands upon thousands of you have been begging me for. So please, if you love my channel and want way more than ever, you know what to do, because in return, I'll go harder than ever to make FieldFlix better and bigger than ever, all for you. Just become a channel member here today. But anyways, back to cleats, and one player's cleats this season ruined what should have been the proudest moment of his life. Jaden Blue came in this season as a rookie with high expectations, and he wasn't just working hard in practice to prepare for the biggest moment of his life, aka playing in his first NFL game during week 1. Jaden wanted to look good while doing it, and was seen practicing in some crazy looking cleats. They were Nikes that were designed to perfectly match his squad's colors, and were even painted with Louis Vuitton's logos and pattern. I mean, I loved them, but as dope as blue LV cleats look, reports eventually came out that his coach saw him laying on the side of the field after his designer cleats did something terrible to him. They gave Jaden terrible blisters. And if that wasn't bad enough, blisters combined with a minor ankle injury he was already dealing with ruined the proudest moment of his entire life, as it caused him to miss the first 4 games of his first season, and he wasn't even cleared to play until week 5. Damn, all that just for wanting to have a little swag? But another player's crazier cleats were turned into a collectible that only one person in the entire world can ever own. Travis Hunter came out for his debut in these white and black Adidas exotic speed cleats. They were a brand new design that had a snakeskin pattern with aglets designed like Snake Fang.
I'm a snake.
And all cause Travis wore them while going off in his very first game this year. A rookie card was made about his cleats that had a picture of him on his feet, was signed by him, and is one of only one in the world, which is exactly why the card costed $1,500. But something 10 times as expensive, literally over $10,000, were Puka Nacua's cleats and what they came in. Because before a game against the Lions, Pookie was seen walking in with this, a custom 101 case made just for him that has crocodile skin all around it. Took 4 months to create, costed $10,000, and held his Jordan 11 low PEs. And if you live under a rock or something, that means player exclusives, which were cleats designed for him that are never intended for public release. They're beige suede with a snakeskin pattern and weren't just something I'd rock if I wasn't ass at football.
I think I made him shit himself.
It seemed like the Jordan cleats gave Puka some extra powers when he wore them while absolutely dominating and racking up almost 200 yards. But they definitely aren't crazier than a player's cleats that got turned into a car. I never, ever thought cleats would look like a car, and I'm sure you didn't either till you seen our thumbnail, man. But Isaiah Rodgers is back, because this man broke my timeline when everyone was posting about him wearing Hot Wheels cars that were turned into giant slippers and somehow put on dudes' cleats. Now, I don't know if he thought car cleats would give him some extra speed or what, but they were so crazy that even the Hot Wheels official account was commenting on the NFL's post about him. And since I'd never seen any player do something like this, in my book, they were definitely some of the craziest cleats in NFL history. But speaking of wearing cars, another player's cleats actually became something he could drive. Christian Gonzalez wanted to do something iconic for the NFL's annual Cause My Cleats campaign. That's why he teamed up with Kyle Cares and Happiness Project, two foundations that spread awareness and help people struggling with any form of mental health issues. Then Christian got one cleat customized bluish green with the first foundation's logo, and the other was painted light purple with the second logo in rainbow.
We got Kyle Cares, one of my foundations I'm working with, mental health. It's okay to not be okay. Happiness Project, talk about mental health.
He wasn't just hyped when he got them. He also partnered with Toyota, who made this double-sided wrap on a truck to match the cleats, which he was seen driving around to spread mental health awareness even more. Now, you gotta respect him for those cleats. But last, and definitely not least, Jalen Hurts wore cleats this season that help sick kids dealing with deadly illnesses. It all started when Jalen learned about CHOP, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, which sadly holds some of the sickest kids in the entire state. But even with them dealing with things most of us can't imagine going through, like cancer, 3 kids still got excited when they got a moment of a lifetime to design cleats.
So we can get everybody's favorite color. I like the front. Victory Shark. Are we okay with this?
The kids sketched out a pair of Air Jordan 1s in their 3 favorite colors with their names on the back, then not only named the cleats the Victory Sharks, Jalen surprised them with one more thing to lift their spirits.
In the meantime, while you guys are fighting, I'll be there staying positive. See you guys on the 28th.
I might watch you on the TV.
Oh, no. I'm talking about on the field. And I'm going to wear the cleats. That sound cool to y'all?
And once he promised them that, Jalen showed up to the game rocking the cleats they designed for him, and didn't just meet up with the kids where they got their own shoes to match the cleats. Jalen wore the cleats all game long to spread awareness for the hospital. Then his cleats went up for auction with bids already over $5,000, with all the money going to treatments for those kids. Man, you gotta respect him for that.